Maybe I could use this BB machine gun to skin a deer. Now, before you go getting your crotch full of sand, let me explain something. I do not hunt. The deer I get come from my wife's family. They just hunt for the antlers. That's all they want, and they give me the deer. I clean it, process it, and put it in my freezer, and we eat a lot of venison, and the skin goes to a local Indian tribe. No kidding. Probably the hardest part of processing a deer is skinning it, and if I can do anything to make it a little easier, I'm going to try it. So we are going to actually see if we can use this gun to help skin a deer. What we're going to do is remove the stock, remove the scope, and put a shorter barrel on it. And I've got a nitrogen tank at home with about 2,000 psi in it. But before we do that, we're going to go in here. I'll let y'all have a look and see what's going on in here. But this tube, actually not this tube, but where the BBs go up into the valve body, we're going to block that off so we get all of our air going out of the barrel and none of it coming back in the magazine. Now, fortunately, there's only 2 screws that you need to, you're gonna possibly ever need to undo unless you order different parts to swap out, which will become available hopefully. Which brings me to another point. I need your help. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize my videos. Now, I don't expect to make any money from monetization with 1,000 subscribers, but if my videos are monetized, YouTube will start to throttle my videos and I will get a broader audience. So if you like what I do, if you like my videos, if you're interested in BB machine guns, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you don't like my videos and don't like what I do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All right, this is what I was talking about in the last video about the that part that has been the bane of my existence. Well, I said if we're going to make our own gun, we're not going to have that be a problem. So this is where the BBs go into the feed channel, and it is a high-grade aluminum. All right, to block this off, this is the way it comes. You only get this tube, and this thing is really beefy. I'm going to be doing some high pressure tests with this later on, but not today. Now, one thing that I did was I took the pipette material that I use in the Drost, and I noticed that it fits right in here. And since we have a bunch of similar dimensions to the Drost, this will also fit in here. And what that does is when it is in here, it sits just a little bit in there, giving it a nice smooth place to go up. It's not really any big transition with this. And it kind of tightens things up. Gives you a little bit additional feet per second, I believe. Now we're gonna test all that later. Don't necessarily need it, but I've got it in there. And this is the part that we're gonna modify. Oh, that didn't turn out so well. Let's go with something a lot safer. This is aluminum stock and fits right through that tube as well as up in here. So I'm just going to cut this to the appropriate length, put it in this tube, throw everything back together with a shorter barrel on it, and we should be good to go. That's going to work out just fine. Now, the reason that I say these are not anodized but they're cold blued is because when I got these barrels from Russlin, he said, do you want them unfinished or do you want them blued? And I said, well, you know, like oxidized blued or blue blued? He said, no, black. And I said, oh, yeah, absolutely. And they all came wrapped up in cellophane, and they smell exactly like these BBs. And he used a cold blue on them. And it's the same color. That means that we can get these barrels unfinished, shiny. But I wouldn't recommend that because this is a high carbon steel and it does rust. However, let me see if you can see this. Let me find something to wipe it down with. I asked him about this and I didn't get a clear answer, but check this out with these barrels. Let's see. Come on. Focus. Focus, damn it. Okay. See that shiny ring inside there? I don't know how well you can see it, but on the inside diameter, pretty damn sure these are chrome lined. And for those of you who don't know, the stock Droz barrel is rifled. Now, if you can't see that, take my word for it. Some of our barrels are interchangeable. The valve is interchangeable. Uh-oh. This ain't gonna fit. It's too short. Anybody got a barrel stretcher? That's better. Well, I got her back together and I didn't have any spare parts left over. It's quite amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and do this experiment with the stock on here just because it holds my battery. But I did get to thinking, if we wanted, we could get some shorter barrels for this thing, and that would look pretty cool. What the? Now, I'm reasonably certain that this has never been done, so I don't really know what to expect, but since I've got basically whatever pressure I want to work with, I think I'm gonna start at 300. Now, if you're prone to ear rape or have a weak stomach, you might want to shut the video off now. Do I have high hopes of this? Not at all. We're gonna see what happens though. Probably my dumbest idea all day. Alright, I don't really want to go any higher pressure with this just because my hand's so close. Looks like there is more than one way to skin a deer, but this doesn't really look like it. However, you do get a pair of these sweet safety glasses with each purchase in one of these. Well, I'm going to finish processing this deer and get it in the freezer. See y'all later.